Cold open.
Everyone announces
I
their cold
don't
open.
want... Right. We're doing the cold open. We're going to make this so awkward that you can't edit this out. Okay?
Excellent. Okay.
Okay. Right, I thought of this at work, so remember how bad my day must have been. Chadwick Boseman, more like Blackwick Deadman. Can you imagine? Just on the woohoo, hi.
Oh.
Anyway, cold open.
What?
Bethan, cue the boys are back in town.
I love the idea that you thought I could go somewhere with that. I recently watched Cars with a few people who hadn't seen it before. And
It's been a few years.
It's been a few years.
Yeah.
But that idea of like giving non-voice acting actors voice actor roles.
'Cause who was it?
Well, it was Owen Wilson as the main guy.
as-
Who is he does a good job as an actor who's doing voice acting, but
I think Owen Wilson doesn't get enough credit. He's recently for Loki.
Yeah.
He got like obviously the big like Milfy.
he did what? Excuse you.
Dilfy, excuse you, the big Dilfy vibes, because he was all greyed up and had the tash, and he loved jet skis. He wanted a jet ski and he never got one. He was robbed.
Is that it?
Loki was shit.
Okay.
That was the main thing that Loki missed out on, was Owen Wilson didn't get a jet ski. But yeah, he definitely doesn't get enough credit, because he does a lot of good shit. He does a lot of bad movies, but he's very good in them.
Yes,
like,
he tries his absolute best. However, in Cars,
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow, ka-chigga. There's the bits where there's actual race car drivers voicing cars of like their numbers.
Oh yeah.
So like every now and again you'll be like in a conversation between like Owen Wilson and another actress, and then suddenly be like, Lightning McQueen, you are my hero.
It was like blood from stone. Okay,
Yeah.
you're seeing this guy and he's your number one.
Mhm.
Okay, I've got it.
Yep.
Lightning McQueen. Yep.
Like there's a thing of there's a bit of like grey area between an actor and a voice actor, but it's like you bring in a professional race car driver and you're like, okay, we want you to emote these lines. By the way, they're not going to see your face, they're just going to go off your voice. And he's like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah. Like Jack Black's very good at it, because he knows this,
Yes.
so he will physically get into the role.
Yes.
Where like this, obviously it's good Facebook content, but it's like, ooh, Jack Black, look at there's a big
beep,
car
beep.
horn there. Definitely picked that up. Look at that one.
Look at that spike.
Whoa, beep beep. Jack Black being like, oh, look at him doing a big exercise for Kung
Yes.
Fu Panda to get out of breath. Cool, man.
It's
Go
good.
for it. Yeah.
I think he's very good at throwing himself to pretty much any role he gets.
Yeah.
I mean, the best one's always going to be School of Rock, but equally, Kung Fu Panda was good. It was The Holiday. Did you watch that? It's a lovely film.
No, I'm a big fan of Shallow.
Oh yeah.
Shallow. Yeah. So the looking back, wild time. Right? The cinema last time, crazy. Everything was the same. Why did everything have an upbeat jingle in the background?
Yeah.
And panning shots with people who
Specific
didn't
lighting was always the same.
Yeah, nobody knew how to talk like a human. Things just happened around these people, and it was like, whoa, no way!
Like,
you're so lucky to be you. You've had this problem and you've overcome it, like everyone does. Meanwhile, the person seeing this movie's like, great, I'll go home to my single like room flat, and I'm having rice tonight.
Whatever do you mean? Are you talking about all Adam Sandler movies?
Including Pixels.
Oh, I haven't seen Pickles. Pickles?
Pickles?
I haven't seen Pixels. Every time I've had the opportunity to watch Pixels, it's been like with other people and they've seen it and have gone, I'm not watching it a second time. Well, this is podcast number 4.
No, this is all getting cut out.
Alright, we'll start again.
No.
Do a cold open. Off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Lighthouses.
Yeah.
Why we still got them?
Why do we still have them?
Yeah.
I mean, why do we still have nipples?
Like,
you can say that about a lot of things.
no, lighthouses especially.
specifically like.
Yeah, why are we funding these art projects at this point? Oh, isn't the chord ooh off in the distance? Ooh,
Isn't that lovely? But if you live next to it, it's deafeningly loud.
it's deafening and like, oh great, I can't have that. There's a glint in my window. For I don't know, all night because it's a little overcast because no ships have maps anymore.
Yeah, that's a point. I don't know much about my cartography, but I'm fairly certain they don't rely on them anymore.
Yeah, I genuinely reckon that a lot of people have radar.
Probably.
Have like coast. Do they rely on it? Am I just being so out of the know? Like people are genuinely going, where's the coast? Look for the light. I can't see. Look for the light.
Somewhere on the airwaves, there's some really, really pissed off people who work in lighthouses.
Oh, we've made it big. We've made it big in the lighthouse community, and people are just tuning in, and they're like, "Oh no, another one turning on us."
This is the light. We're trying to break into the hardest market, the lighthouse market.
Yeah.
People think it's America. No, lighthouse, because they always have the radio on.
Well, yeah, because they like to listen to a podcast while they're carrying the bulbs upstairs.
In my head, it's just a cartoon, though. I can't imagine it as real life.
No, it's the one with Willem Dafoe. But it's also with us. We're in the score. Well, they're really dramatically kicking the shit out of each other. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. It's in black and white, and they're in a lighthouse. Willem Dafoe looks old now.
Willem Dafoe always looked old.
Yeah, but he was like, I don't know. He's always looked goblin, but now he looks like an old goblin.
Now he looks like a tired goblin.
I'm getting bored of getting you, Spider-Man.
Willem Dafoe retired on a beach somewhere painting boats. And then Sandman rocks up and he's like, we need your skills. And he's like, no, I've been out of the game too long. Have a happy family. His wife comes out. No, stay inside, honey.
I've got to make modifications to the board. He's got one of those those support rails that you get on there where the council fits into the fit. There you go, to help you up the step.
He's got two of those either side of the board, like it's a bath. Sorry to any viewer that hasn't seen Spider-Man or Red Dragon
or lives in the UK where the council just gives shit support to the disabled. There's a rail for you that'll get you through the winter. Let's hope you don't slip anywhere else, because that part doesn't have a handle. You slip there. Got that handle. Before the podcast, we were talking about how it's definitely been talked about before. It's not an original thought, but how the main villain of a movie just kills everyone leading to the protagonist. Like, how many cars have you just seen off, gone?
Yeah.
On the
way to the good guy.
Yeah, ran through them. You were just red mist, boof, gone. But the main guy, big toss.
Throw him out the way.
Yep. Whoa, you're going over there. And it was like, and then it was how all of a sudden that became 50 strong man. They're just like, whoop.
With the big circular weights, tossing each other to different locations.
Old Willem Dafoe just picking up Spider-Man, going,
Spider-Man.
I finally got you, Spider-Man, after all these years.
And he puts down his triangular weights and runs at him.
He puts down his anvil with one hand.
Oh,
my pumpkin bombs have stunned you. How does it feel to get a blade through the stomach? But first, a big toss. You're going through the wall, through the window, back through the other wall. You'll be black and blue before I'm finished with you, Spider-Man.
That would be excellent if one day we could have a film that takes it back to that time where the bad guys had twiddly moustaches and they were just big moustachioed strongmen.
Yeah, where everything was obviously made out of foam.
Yeah, but like the modern, it's still the modern day, so the hero is like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, it was old cinema combined with new cinema. Just the MCU Iron Man. Like, but Iron Man 1. Mm-hmm. Good Iron Man. Killing terrorists. Iron Man. Didn't check those buildings. Oh, is anybody... Oh. Did he check those? I can't remember. Not. I haven't watched Iron Man 1. This might be slander.
Oh, God. Well,
either which way. There could have been shrapnel. There was obviously...
Who's the robot? Who's the robot? He then plays Vision.
Jarvis.
Jarvis is probably in there. He probably did a load of tech that didn't make it onto the screen.
Yeah, might have checked. Might have checked those buildings. Either which way, it's somebody's home. It's property. It's property damage.
That's a good point.
Imagine that. He just lands in.
Could have been a dog at home.
Yeah, he lands in that place that died. Basically, then that professor just resuscitated him by putting something nuclear in his chest.
Him back, yeah.
And was like, I know what to do. I'm a professor, I'll engineer some shit.
Yeah.
And somehow it worked, and then you just, I'm not getting Iron Man 3 again. Here we go.
But that is such a ballsy move, like, this man is obviously dead. How can I fix him? Heart transplant? No. Can I do anything to remove the shrapnel? No, like but what I might do.
Well, no, because David, you're forgetting. You're forgetting how, if he dared to touch the shrapnel, it would kill him instantly because it would slip into his heart.
So instead...
It was the reactor... pulling on it, keeping it in constant limbo, I think. Either which way, can you imagine this machine, this man in a machine landing, and the Middle Eastern man who tortured him comes out and turns out has a curly little moustache. The 10 Rings. The 10 Rings leader. It's me, I've come back, I'm Tony Stark, I'm gonna get revenge.
Tony Stark, boo! Your suit is no match for my weight.
Yeah, giving him fisticuffs.
Oh, the old style of fighting, so it's just really high trousers.
Yeah, it's either going to be the big sailor, so it's going to be the dungarees, the shirt, the little pork pie hat on the slant. Basically, Popeye. Yeah.
That's the fight we've been waiting to see.
Yeah, or it's the leopard skin caveman, the original straight bald, just with the moustache
with the wooden
Bronson.
mallet. Yeah,
yeah, Bronson style of like I'm gonna kick the shit out of it. Big work on like glamour muscles.
Yeah, big shoulders.
Yeah, but in like a turban.
Oh yeah.
Because let's be real, they just went to a sandy place and threw some rags on some
They were
guys.
like, we're in a sandy place. Who can the bad guys be? I don't know, but they can wear this.
Yeah.
That's the research that they did for that role.
Anyway, welcome to podcast 4. It's good evening, boys.
Good evening, boys.
Yeah, fuck it. This can be the 20 minutes in.
20 minutes
19,
in.
Yeah.
A long cold open.
Was it the cold open?
I bloody hope so.
Yeah, cool.
Otherwise, you've said 20 minutes, and if they're listening, being like, it's been 3 minutes, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, there's got to be a lot edited out. This is probably going to get edited out. We've watched a lot of The Blue Line. Anyway,
welcome
4.
to podcast 4. I remember last time we did a recording, I was like, if we could name the episodes, what would they be called? Now, I don't know if we named them. I think we might have gotten on a tangent. But last week... Yes. We did a little bit of gatekeeping, as we usually do.
No.
And I know. And we might do it this week if we're lucky.
We've already done it.
Have we? Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Bethan will remind us.
We've talked some smack about some TV shows. That's fine.
Yeah, I never talk smack. I never look for the argument. What are you on about?
What are you talking about? Happy-go-lucky?
Well, what's the wrap-up? What's the title?
Well, for last week's one, we talked about Harry Potter themed tattoos. You had some strong beliefs on that.
Yes, very strong.
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah,
David.
I'll talk about it again. I'm ready.
No, we can't.
You've talked about it, and I'm like, I'm reared up. I'm like a snake. I'll bite you.
If you want to hear his views, you can listen to last week's podcast again.
Yeah, subscribe to the Patreon. where I do a 30-minute segment and PowerPoint of why your Deathly Hallows tattoo is highly regrettable and you're a big baby. You're a big
baby, is it?
Yes, you're a child. Genuinely, child.
I cannot believe you would come after the good people of the Potter fandoms like
You
that.
know, the Potter oh god, the fact that shit is still pumping out content. Oh, it's about a school. Do you not realise how fucking weird that is? To be in your to be an adult, to not have children yourself in your 30s, by the way.
I feel like you're singling out one person that you know.
No, definitely not. Definitely no. There's just I know the type. I've been to the Harry Potter quiz at the pub.
Oh Christ! Yeah,
and I've seen the type. And let's be real. There's 18-year-olds who are like, I'm at the pub for Harry Potter and I've got some vodka that cost me £10. It's mostly soda water.
Which pub were we drinking at?
Cooper Rose.
Oh yeah, you've definitely been done in if you spend £10 on vodka.
Yeah, because if you get in a picture and you're like, oh, it says it's got vodka in it. And you're
says it does.
Oh, how much liquid is this? Oh, none at all. It's all ice.
Bit of ice.
Thanks, Weatherspoons. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I'm not even going to tell you because we're going to get back onto Harry Potter tattoos again.
No, right, okay, no, right.
We then talked about my hatred of Mario Kart, which turned out to just be the hatred of other people who enjoy Mario Kart.
Yeah, well, you might. I really got. I think I got quite heated.
I noticed.
Yeah?
It was the room was warm.
I was just. I didn't understand your sense. I didn't understand how you came to that conclusion of no.
It's the mobile games of racing. That's what.
Yes,
it
but
is.
everyone knows this.
Yeah, but
Candy Crush
just because
exists.
everyone knows it doesn't mean it's good. Anyway, that's another point that we talked about. And I'm sure there was more.
Do you know, I think that's quite positive about this podcast. That at the end of it, when we say good evening, boys, even though we get quite a little heated, it's just like, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's finished. You're wrong.
The hell out my house, David.
Through the window.
Boo.
Carry on, David. Stop letting me interrupt you.
I can't remember what else we talked about. We talked about the zombie film, Army of the Dead for a bit. That was the main talking point.
Incredible.
Is there a pun podcast name that we can come up with on the fly?
Out of all of those.
Yeah.
Bethan's not here. This is the whole thing. I wanted to call this episode Boys Night.
Boys Night.
Yeah,
I like it.
Because the producer, Tiberius Tibuscus.
Tiberius, Bethan Tiberius Kirkford.
I've definitely said Tibuscus before.
Which one's Tibuscus from? That's Tabasco you're thinking of.
No.
Damascus Steel?
Shut up, I can't think of one. I can't think of one. Let me think of one, damn it.
Darius Rica?
Oh, what ends with chili couscous? No, it's not good enough. It barely rhymes. I'm such an idiot. I can't and.
That's fine.
Come on.
A podcast name for last week. Screw it. We'll come up with it on the night.
No, we'll do it now. No, we'll
Weeks
brainstorm.
ago.
This is all being kept in.
Okay.
So what was it? Because this is the wrap up, but with the last week's podcast.
This is true.
In. Yeah.
I mean, what we would usually want to do is say what we've done this week, but it's basically just been work and then sleep.
We talk about work. We don't
talk about work.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, I'm not going to give anything away.
All of the secrets.
Whoa! You
Sorry.
Definitely
all
can't
of
say
the
it. Bleep that.
All of the
Niall, future Niall, because I'm editing this now. Ah, yes, consistent editing. Fuck you, future Niall. Fuck you, man. Sitting there thinking you're slick, listening to your music. You're like, nah, this'll do. This is just some bullshit image that I'll insert.
Can't wait for
Insert
those
image. Insert right, Niall.
I cannot wait for you to hear these words back and be like genuinely hurt by your own words.
This is fine. I've waited till episode 4. You get in on this. Fuck me, right? Fuck future Niall.
But I'm saying it to you.
Yeah, exactly. So what's he ever done? And I'm talking to him as well.
It's fine.
Fuck you, man. I want you to bullshit some image. Yes, and come on, David.
Some images.
Yeah. Whoa, images. Giving me more work.
Hang on. Are we talking about work still? I'm so confused.
I'm inserting images.
Okay, any image.
I'm talking...
Anything I want.
I'm talking to future Niall.
Okay.
Okay, Niall's sitting there
okay.
editing, putting some images on YouTube, being like, ha ha ha, isn't this so unique and clever? Because we can't afford a camera. We're recording in my spare room.
We had the choice of either a camera and a mic, so we went with mic.
Yeah, I'm not ready for... I ain't camera ready. You haven't got me at my best angle just yet.
Absolutely.
This is terrible lighting.
I would like you to edit in an image of whatever is currently to your right, but the opposite of it.
Oh my god, wait, so my right is going to be my mouse.
Yeah.
But my hand is going to...
You can't be thinking about it now. I mean,
I can
you already know.
I don't.
What's the opposite of a mouse? Edit it in.
Oh
If you
my
say
God.
cat, I'll strangle you with your mouse.
Yeah, because I also want to get that thing, whatever's to my... Because it's going to be like a mug or a glass,
This is
or
true.
just a random thing. Like,
Yeah.
probably like a penny, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, you know.
Maybe,
could have been
penny.
anything. Could be that
A little
I
ribbon.
could have my candle lit.
This is true.
Fa-la-la.
The inverse of a candle, darkness. We're doing future Niall's work for him now.
Exactly. But this is fine. But no, but I want to get that and get it to fight
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe
The last thing that you ate.
no, Willem Dafoe.
Old Willem Dafoe.
I want Niall get a picture of old Willem Dafoe, having him fight whatever's to the right of.
The opposite of the right of you. Not the left, to the right of you, but the opposite of what it is.
Can you do that? I believe in you.
I'm expecting at this point in the audio for it to cut out and future Niall to be like,
I didn't do that.
Shut up.
Although that does sound like a hoot, Niall, you're using a free editing software and is very unrealistic. So instead, I thought I'd share a bit of trivia. Did you know that the Nazi Party was the first movement for anti-smoking? Nazi scientists had discovered a correlation between smoking and lung cancer and difficulties during pregnancy. So you can say what you want about Hitler, but he was right about some things. This is why we need Bethan.
No, we can't say that tonight.
No.
We can't let her have it. We're going to reel off some points now. I remember you saying on Discord that you made notes.
I didn't make notes.
So
I never usually make notes.
We sometimes do homework for this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Often we just do it on the night.
Yes.
You wouldn't
however,
notice.
I chose to be like, no, I'm going to approach this with a can-do attitude. After you, Squire.
Oh, excellent. Okay. I didn't see that one coming. I mean, we can go back to the...
This one really upset you. Be like, oh, me? No.
It
Okay.
was excellent to be like, no, I've made notes, but you go first. I mean, going back to the original points,
You just seem so eager.
there was what makes a good villain, and the people have been crying out since episode 2. Is there anything in video games, TV shows, films, books, games of like non-video styles that you reckon make a good villain? It can be a horror one, a thriller one, possibly even a comedy one. You could be the cable guy. You really wanted to. The apex predator.
I've got my immediate one.
Okay.
I've got a couple. One is like a yeah, I agree. The other one, a bit on the shit side. Like it definitely could have been better, but it just wasn't.
I see.
So the first one is Breaking Bad, and it's Heisenberg or Walter White.
Yes.
Because it's you end up rooting for Walter, even though ultimately he is the bad guy, because it is at the end of the day a very likeable character.
Yes.
And he's doing it for a somehow noble reason, even though the way he's doing it inherently is evil.
It's bad.
It is incredible. It is the fall of a man, but the rise of like a monster. Captured in a nice little 5-season box that they just went, this is it, we're not going to run it out, Walking Dead.
The 100.
Yeah.
Any other thing produced by
Anything.
BBC or
Yeah.
Channel 4?
Doctor Who.
Christ.
I'll say it, Doctor Who's bad. Doctor Who's never been good.
Whoa.
Well, no, listen, people say Tennant was the best Doctor because that's when Doctor Who was the most tolerable.
I enjoyed Tennant and the one before that.
Do we remember every episode?
No, Christ, no.
Do we remember moments? Let's be honest. Do we remember moments?
I remember moments.
Do you remember episodes?
I remember the bit where they go to the cat hospital. And
what are you on
the
about? What are you talking about?
Face of Bo?
That's Captain Jack.
Spoilers. But yes, it is.
Yeah, spoiler. Fuck you.
There's many. There was a bit when Catherine Tate was in it for no good reason.
Yeah, she was the companion for a little bit.
Remember that?
Yeah.
When they were like, well, we've had Rose for all of this time,
yeah.
and she was cracking, and people really liked her.
She was obsessed with the Doctor.
Loved
Can
it.
you imagine if she the new one wanted nothing to do with him, and she was a bit of the rough. And it was, for some people, haha, funny. She didn't like Catherine Tate though. Fucking hell.
That was a rough time.
That was a bad time for you.
Coming home from school being like, who's the new companion?
Yeah.
It's who?
She does what? She's on what now?
She's...
No, I've never seen the Mighty Boosh. Why would it? No. Oh.
You've never seen the Mighty Boosh?
No, it's just...
Okay, yeah.
Yes, and David.
Oh, the Mighty Who?
No, maybe.
Yes, and no, but.
So yeah, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Let's work backwards. Why did we get into Doctor Who?
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's Breaking Bad, of course.
Yes.
Because it was in a set season period that didn't run over.
Yeah.
And I think what made that fantastic is they knew they had the scope to fully build the character, so that by the end of season 1, you're not like, oh well, this character is at the end of the arc, so the next season's just going to be what he does next.
Yeah.
It was, okay, his character is still 100% building, and it doesn't feel like, do you know when they do a thing of, well, it's season 2, so it's basically just season 1, but bigger.
At the end of every season for Breaking Bad, as you say, it was nice, even if you could watch a season of Breaking Bad and have it be its own thing. Also, sometimes you could, some of the episodes, not all of them, but sometimes it's good when you can just watch an episode and you don't have to watch any of the previous ones to know what's going on. It's well established and you're like, okay, I'm following.
Yep.
But, like, it was, the interesting thing about Breaking Bad was, in Heisenberg, was how it was constantly, he would ultimately be the greater evil.
Yes.
To then return to being Walter White.
Yes.
But then to then get greedy again and know he was getting greedy.
Yep.
But still lie to everyone and still lie to himself and still manipulate and victimize Jesse, like when he killed his girlfriend.
Yes.
And he did, and he just watched her die.
And then had a drink with her dad.
Yeah, and remembered her with like evil shit. To then become the greater evil towards it. And like,
it's a story of someone defeating a greater evil to become a greater evil.
Yeah.
But it is
but still justifying all the evil shit.
Yes.
Because he's got a daughter now. Oh, and he's got a disabled son.
Yeah.
And an ex-wife who's shagging that guy.
I hated her, Skylar.
Oh. Wait a minute, David. Are we two, I would know I've said this before,
hang on,
white,
two
straight men saying that we don't like Skylar from Breaking Bad.
Are we talking about how good Breaking Bad is on a podcast?
Oh my god.
Oh
Jamie pulled that
up.
However, alright, I'm going to cut in, I'm going to bring it down, I'm going to cut myself off at this point first. Okay. And just say, El Camino.
Haven't seen it.
It's really good.
It's on my list.
Yeah, watch it.
Okay.
If you don't like El Camino, you don't appreciate it. Appreciate it. It is nothing. It adds nothing. It is just the box I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's that nice little bow on top.
Box.
You don't need it. However, you just go, that's good.
That's nice.
That's nice.
It's not like Better Call Saul where it's like I need an exact scratched itch.
Yeah, like you just want Breaking Bad again. Yeah. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like how all the people from The Office want a spin-off show.
For God's sake.
It's not going to happen again. You're not going to get the same writers, and also you're not that good at yes and.
Whoa.
No, let's
some
be
of them
real.
are.
Yeah, some of them are. But let's be real. Apart from like, what's his
Cranston.
John
Cranston?
Cranston?
No. I think of the wrong person. It's Skinsky something.
Yeah, John Krasinski.
That's him.
And then this is why we've got Bethan. What's it? Michael Scott. Brick. Steve Carell. That was Bethan from the other room. Steve Carell. Like all these people obviously carry a cast.
Yeah. Stanley's done nothing.
He's got more probably money from cameos than anything else. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking? Yes,
absolutely
greater
priceless.
evils.
I would say, have you seen Breaking Bad a second time through?
I've recently done that, and I liked it even more.
Interesting.
I liked it so much. I saw its flaws.
Yeah.
Because the first time it was like, yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
I also remember doing a lot of work at the time.
Yes.
And just being like, I'll stick an episode on. I've also watched my phone for half an hour of this. I haven't appreciated it. I've watched it. I've seen that a lot of the editing's weird at times.
Yes.
I understand what it's going for with the arty little shots. But sometimes it's too much. Stop flipping so much. I'm keeping editing again. Throwback to, I think, episode 1 where I was like, stop doing so many
that was episode 1.
Scrappy little shots. Yeah, sometimes it's weird, and just the whole Mexico is that weird saturated, horrible inky.
But that's every American TV show and film.
Yeah, Mexico is this colour me.
I feel like the first time I watched it, I was big into like, oh, Heisenberg is an amazing character, and I was rooting for him to the end, and I was like, oh, he's dead. That's sad. Fair enough. But like the second time I watched it, I completely flipped, and I was like, I was ready for him to go. I was seeing it from the other side of like Jesse and his wife
Jesse
and all the other people, and being like, no, he is 100% the villain. And whenever you're like thinking, oh, he's a cracking character, and he isn't quite the villain, he's sort of like an anti-hero. No, he's a villain. He's 100% villain.
You're seeing the perspective of the boss character.
Yeah,
it's his.
Yeah,
like, just for you saying that, then I definitely recommend watching El Camino now because it takes up like straight after following
him
Jesse.
leaving. Yep,
incredible. I was gonna say, on the other end of the old what makes a good villain. What makes a good anti-hero.
Aye.
Is the Punisher, the Netflix's Punisher.
Oh, okay.
Story-wise and scripting-wise and pacing and all of it. Punisher, really fucking good.
Interesting.
Do you know why? Because the guy, right? I'm going to.
Oh, you've told me about this guy.
This absolute.
Oh, just barks.
Yeah, dude. I need to get his name. I need to get to edit this out. So John Bernthal, the guy who plays the Punisher, I can't get out how of a madman like. Fucking cut that out. That is, I can't need to structure how.
Okay.
Much of a disaster this man is to be put in the role of like an anti-hero. This guy's just doing it for whatever reason he justifies as right, but like to put him as the actor like who's been in fights, who's seen like actual action or whatever, to then be like, yeah, I'll pretend to be this guy.
Yeah,
I'll see it from his perspective.
Yeah. Absolutely wild.
Yeah, imagine putting PTSD in that role and just being like, you improvise sometimes.
Improvise it.
He
Go
barks.
For it. Yeah.
He bashes his head. He just shouts at people. Like, head bangs. I don't think he opted to get that serious of a haircut, but he did.
Yeah.
Like, hitting himself. Getting so beat up, and obviously it is makeup, but like spitting.
Well, that's what makes it like.
Yeah, but that was like the only good part of the show.
Yeah.
Was how all the fights were so overly violent.
Yeah.
And he would just overact and get into the role too much and fight for a bit. But then you'd watch 3 other episodes.
Is there a bee in here? I think it's a car.
All right. But then
Very angry 4-cylinder somewhere.
It'd just be some 2000s Corsa. Barely
Just about to say Corsa.
Because you wait for the fight, you wait for the overacting, and you wait for the big shoot up where he's just gonna fight some guys for literally like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And it's unreal, but it makes you forget about the 3 or 4 episodes in between where nothing's happened, and it's been so boring where you've just watched your phone the entire time. Being like, oh, why is he talking to the detective again? Shut up. I don't care about your family and that you want protection. Fucking go kill him.
See, this is why I stopped watching The Punisher, because I had watched Daredevil and really enjoyed Daredevil up until a point of where he was like, it was The Punisher had been introduced, and then I was like, we've escalated and somehow we're back down to small talk. And I don't like it. I'm out. I'm done.
Which have you seen, by the way, the Witcher movie? Have we talked about this yet?
The Witcher movie, I have not seen.
Animated
the Witcher movie.
one.
I have not seen.
Just for a little bit of this, a little bit of what was structure. It's like first 20 minutes, generous. First 10 minutes, first 10 minutes, pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, there's something's happening. Who's that guy? What's he doing over there?
Vesemir.
Crazy. Well, he's killed a guy. What did he kill that guy for? He's getting some money. Ooh. Nothing happens. They're doing some jobs. I get some bits. I go to shop.
Oh yeah.
And then...
Hang on a minute. 5 people have visited your LinkedIn.
Oh, crap. First 10 minutes. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Then nothing happens. But at the end, there's always a big fight.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so good. Big fight. Oh, big fight. Incredible. Oh, that's what you want from The Witcher.
I love that this is like, do you know the dog from that advert that does the what doing? That voice.
Yeah.
It's that dog explaining the movie. It's like, big fight, what doing? Then big fight end, good.
Yeah, but like that 10 minute at the beginning.
Yep.
Oh, tasty. That got your attention.
Yes.
People died.
Oh yeah.
Shit happened.
You know it's serious.
And then there's a bunch of shit law wise happening, and you're like, this is barely interesting. Something has to happen. The beginning was so good. There has to be more. Then there's something happening. Like, it's leading up to something. It's obviously something's about to happen. Then the thing happens, and it's really good.
Yes.
And then it ends, and it was also 10 minutes. Yeah, I've just watched an hour and a half. So therefore, an hour and 10 of nothing.
Yeah. This is what I don't like about a lot of... Well, I can't even say modern films. This is what I don't like about a lot of films where it's so obvious that you start a movie and you're like, ooh, this is the bad guy or bad lady. And all I've got to do now is wait an hour and 20 minutes for the good guy to kill them. And that's all this movie is.
I was gonna say the to go back. Oh, bringing up a previous point.
Oh Christ!
Oh my god, I'm gonna finish a point.
Iron Man 3.
Nah, we won't finish Iron Man. We're never gonna watch it. So when you were saying how season 1 is just the thing, but season 2 is
the thing but bigger.
Yeah. How somebody will just go to somebody, you'll just be sitting in a cafe all day, writing.
Yes.
Writing, hoping he or she'll get a story. Somebody will get picked up. It'll probably be Netflix because they just love that content at the minute.
Oh yeah. Put
out more, make that subscription worth it. Don't forget about House of Cards. We don't advertise Kevin Spacey anymore. Let's forget about that. But yeah, they'll write an idea and they'll write a premise, and then they'll go to an agent or a publisher, and they'll go, yeah, but think about this, or an editor, sorry. They'll rewrite it. They'll just be looking to get it bought.
Yeah.
Seen by somebody.
Jump through all the jumps, the hoops, the red tape to make it a very accessible movie that they've written, TV show that they've written.
Oh, that's a what's that? It's not a redo. It's something original. So rare.
Yes.
today, the last big one, what would you say?
Original. Well,
because like Game of Thrones was the big one that was like, oh shit.
But technically, that was just a book that then became that. So it's technically not
but
quite.
Like, surprisingly, a lot of amazing stuff comes from
books. Yeah,
from books. Like,
I mean, a thing that I really enjoyed wasn't new actually, but I really enjoyed Hannibal, and that came out a while ago.
Yeah.
Apart from the season when he's in prison, that season was absolute crap.
The filler season that always happens.
100% filler. I don't understand how it happened. They had Eddie Izzard for. Oh no, might be in season 1. But like, imagine watching a fantastic first season and being like, "There's a second one coming," and then it's like, he spends the entire time where?
Doing nothing.
In a cell, you say?
You mean he's not doing his thing? I only watched the first 2 episodes because I knew it got cancelled. So I was like, I'm just gonna be left hanging. What was him before Hannibal?
Kevin Spacey.
Yes, the script.
Have you seen Baby Driver?
I haven't. That is also on my thing to watch, but like I can't bring myself to watch it.
It looks so uncomfortable.
Oh no!
Because obviously, Kevin Spacey refers to the main character as Baby.
Oh God.
It's not good.
His hair's very thin.
Yes, it is very thin.
He's got a lot of thin hair. But I don't know, it's just puffy in places. It's weird. He's got a weird hairline.
He's a strange looking character, and at the same time it makes sense. Also,
well,
Baby Driver's not that good.
Is it not that good?
It's one of those ones where like,
pretty good.
I don't know. New music students think it's class.
Ah, okay.
Because it's got songs in it.
Oh, we'll get a cult following. Oh. Fuck off.
It's like, it's got all these songs on it, which makes it good because it works with the driving sequences. It's like, sick, cool. Do you know that all those driving sequences are basically fake? No. Do you know that those songs you can listen to at any point?
Did you know Spotify? Do you remember when Juno used to be the edgy movie?
Yeah.
Oh my god, have you watched Juno? That's so edgy.
With Elaine Page, who is now
Elliot. Did you
Page.
just dead name Elliot?
I said then, because
afterwards
at that time she was Ellen. She was Ellen Page.
Anyway,
and now
these people write scripts.
Elliot Page. Yeah, they write a script. It goes through tons and tons of red tape, and it's new. Then it gets stuck on the internet. Then what was the point? I can't remember.
Well, the point was that they'll write a script. Somebody will snap it up like Netflix, and then they'll go, "Great, that was the unique idea.
Yeah,
give us season 2. We need another unit. We can't stretch it out, or can we? The Hobbit." You can't stretch that much content. It's not.
I don't know. We've gotten an hour in and we haven't actually... Oh no, I've covered a point. I think the problem with Hobbit was it fell into the Disney trap of like, it had its first original 3 films and then it was like, we're going to make a prequel. Oh, sick. Following Bilbo. Fantastic. Yeah. He had many tales to tell. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, we're going to make it very child friendly. And it's like,
I'm not going to put any of the...
Okay then.
Yeah.
So all of the really cool stuff that he did. Oh, we're gonna make it funny, right?
Gonna make it like Marvel.
Like a good funny though? No.
No, quips
and slapstick.
And
right. Okay.
Everyone likes fart jokes.
Oh, everyone does.
Yeah, you remember the plates? Whoop, whoa, whoa.
So it would have been a different movie if Smaug was just
toss these hobbits away, get off me gold. Whoop, whoop.
Equally if Smaug was just himself but with a big moustache.
Perfectly waxed.
Perfectly.
Wakes up and goes, little hobbits with his little weird Benedict Cumberbatch CGI face, and just picks them up and slammed against the walls.
A fine hobbit paste.
A red dust emerges.
Have you seen Benedict's his mocap stuff?
Yeah,
it's quite embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. Benedict Cumberbatch, I think. I'm gonna say it. He's highly overrated, and he's not a handsome man.
He's not.
He's very lizard-like. If he had a hairline, that was a bit further back, he would genuinely look a bit like Ego. Not Ego, Sloth from the Goonies.
You can't see that.
I can. Niall, pull up a picture of both of them next to each other.
Yeah, Niall, do it at exactly time code. But I think
Wait, Niall, put that in as time at a random point.
Put it at the start.
Put it in when we're just talking about nothing. Just put in a picture of Benedict Cumberbatch next to Sloth from the Goonies when we're just talking shit.
And then have it as the outro card. Now, what do you think? Vote in the comments. I think he played Sherlock. He played Sherlock, and every person was like, "Oh my god, an intelligent man who's emotionally repressed. I love him." And that was pretty shocking. But anyway, it really built him up as a sort of like, his entire acting personality was a popped collar, like a black jacket, popped collar, white skin. Yeah, that was it. And people just ate it up. So I think whenever he does all of the sort of mocap and he gets too into it, I think that's him being like, I'm a real actor though. I can.
Yeah, it's the. I don't know if I've said this. I'm gonna need to stop saying this. This is the issue. I'm gonna keep on saying, have I said this before?
Probably.
Like the pop collar thing. Definitely, he is an attitude. It is, but he has carried on that role the same as Keanu Reeves. I'll say that again because I always said that weird. Keanu Reeves.
Same as Keanu Reeves, is it?
Reeves.
Same as Keanu Reeves, Mini. That would have been a much better Matrix film. Came back
God,
from the first one.
I finished the third one.
Finally.
Oh.
What did you think? You went blind.
What was that about?
Completely pointless.
I mean, I loved it.
Yeah.
But then just nothing happened from it. You just got Daredevil powers.
Yeah. Well, The Matrix was doomed as soon as the first film ended because it's like, oh, he is a superhero now. Yeah, he can beat anything.
He can do whatever he wants.
So from then on, it was like, well, how do we engineer him to be able to beat a bat? How can he possibly be fought? And then it was like just random bits thrown at a wall to see if it would stick. To the point it was like, oh, he's in one location and he needs to get to another place real fast. Well, he can fly. So.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's like to going on from the going bigger, like the Matrix. Yeah, because it's the same thing. It's the original idea that goes up. Alien.
Yeah.
Did that.
Yeah.
The original one in the 80s. Scary.
With Sigourney.
Yeah. So it was, big, scary.
Yeah.
It was tension at the time, because obviously now you look back and you go, look at this little puppets, wiggly little tail, and the noise. Sorry on the mic for that noise. the air blasting and but it was dark and dingy, and they got away with it, and it was. It's a reason it's a cult classic, and it's such a favourite now because of how practical everything was, and
it did amazing things for the time.
Yeah, it was amazing. I still love Alien. It's top 10. But then it did Aliens, which is this formula of unique idea, but we have nothing. So we're going to do it, but bigger, an action movie. But they did it. It was good.
All right.
What, do you not think Aliens was good?
I haven't seen Aliens in so long time. Oh, that is Game Over, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get us wrong. 3 and 4, shit.
Yeah.
I really.
Which is the one where it had loads of them, and they were all throwing themselves at turrets.
Oh my god! Was that 3?
Might have been 3.
Because, by the way, spoilers for Alien here. As we approach the hour mark, let's talk about Alien for a little bit. Oh god, let's go down this rabbit hole. Because 3 was where she dies because the Queen she got face hugged. And then there was a queen inside of her, so she jumped inside the lava because she was on the prison planet. and they shaved her head. The fourth one was she got cloned many times. Do you not remember any of this?
I've blanked it out of my mind so heavily.
She got cloned in the fourth one.
Because it's all that sort of thing where it would be on Channel 4 at midnight.
Yeah. So yeah, either which way, they did it well for the second one, for Aliens.
Yeah.
And then did the same again. But just do it bigger, on a prison planet. But it's all men, and they're all big, monkey, horny. And she's a lady.
My day, be so fine. Then Saguni.
So yeah, they did Aliens, then 3 and 4, tried to do it again, big shit. A lot of CGI, and it was just, you could just see it was just mass-produced Hollywood shit. That the formula continues, where they're like, yeah, well, don't want to have another unique idea.
We've had one.
Yeah.
They liked it, they'll like more of it.
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting invaded by those giant things that are attacking England.
Spiders in here.
It's not fucking spiders, it's flying.
He's Ted Longlegs.
See
Flying
the
one.
spider in the back? By the way, just to...
Is this today's sponsor?
No, just to let you know, just to cut in.
Oh yeah.
We're going to hear from today's sponsor.
You asshole.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap.
Bath,
There's
possibly.
a slight problem with the sweating because I peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat.
Our sponsor this week is Zips.
Zips?
Yeah, I pulled out all the stops. I know.
Pulled down all the zips.
I know. Looking at both of us now, neither of us are wearing any clothing that has zips.
No.
So we'll cut that out so they don't hear it. But imagine you're wearing a jacket.
Imagine dragons.
Imagine dragon what? Stop that. Now imagine you're wearing these.
Who's wearing them, Candace?
Who isn't that? No.
Okay, well, so I'm wearing a big jacket.
Yeah.
I'm imagining this.
Yeah. It's hot. And you're like, damn, I wish I could take off this jacket.
Damn.
And what you would, before this time, do is take out your trusty scissors and just cut down the middle.
So
and then you're loose.
I'm walking down the high street.
No one said you're walking. I don't know what.
No, in this scenario, David, you said I'm wearing a jacket, so I'm also doing other things. I can do other things.
You can live.
So I'm walking down the high street.
Yeah.
I've got this jacket on. It's too hot. I want it off.
You want it off?
And the only thing
You can't just take it off like a jumper. You look insane.
The only thing I've got is my trusty hot jacket scissors.
Exactly. You keep them warm with the jacket heating pack.
But I like this jacket.
Mm-hmm. Simply cut that jacket down the middle. Install your own handy zip. Boom. Got a zip.
I've heard.
Better not be zip slander.
It's not Zip Slander. I'm all for today's sponsor of Zips.
Annoyingly, we came up with better sponsors downstairs.
Yeah, we went downstairs. Hey, listener. Out of sand. buy regular old beach sand. Do you want white sand? Oh, it's like you're in some Barbados beach somewhere. You're in Nassau, and then you're among the pirates with your regular old white beach sand. Or maybe you're on some volcanic island, it's a bit more grainy, and it's getting stuck between your toes and it hurts. With some regular old beach sand.
I feel like you know too much about sand.
Or maybe you're just in England and there's just some
everywhere.
Oh, dog shit.
There's
clumping the sand together.
There's a lot of bird crap in sand.
Yeah, and there's just fish shit and eggs and our shit that's been pumped from tubes into the ocean.
We're not selling this sand. I feel like they're not going to buy it.
No, this is the T's and C's.
Okay.
And you just buy some regular old beach sand. It gets in your shoes. It gets where you think it wouldn't. Like
in your pockets. Yeah, somehow in your pockets.
Why is it always in, somehow always caught in leg hair? I've just brushed it off. Why is it there again?
4 showers.
David,
I haven't been to the beach this year.
You've just started surfing. How much sand have you
Oh
got?
my god.
David has started a new company called Sand.
We sell zips.
David's today's sponsor. Thank you, David. Thanks
I'm
for
today's-
sponsoring the podcast.
I know, I'm putting myself out on a limb here, but please buy my product.
How long's this ad? I hear, David, that you're currently investing big market share into installing zips onto sand.
It's cutting edge technology. I'm impressed that you actually got that information out of anyone. I can probably guess who gave you it, and they'll probably be fired soon. But yes, it's getting there. The issue is that sand does not want to be unzipped, so you have to first win favour with the sand, and then you can install the zip.
Okay. I hear what you're saying. This isn't the first time.
No.
This has been tried.
It was tried and failed by
Elon-
many companies.
Elon,
Elon.
you've heard of Tesla.
Yes,
Yeah, he's currently trying to do this as well.
I know.
However, you say that you can unzip sand,
Yeah.
and you will finally be able to tell us what it's hiding.
Wouldn't you like to know?
You're finally trying
You're fine.
to tell us what's it got in there. There's so much sand. We keep on finding more sand. You dig it, there's a bit more there. I'm sick of digging it. What's it got in there, David? You're going to tell us what's in this sand?
Well, what we found was it happened the first time, and every time's been slightly different, but it's followed the same routine. So we get the grain of sand, we install the zip, and then when we unzip the sand, there's a tiny alien inside that says, "Alright, it's built." Any other questions?
Fuck this bit. This bit's done.
Did you just come inside me?
You bet your sweet Bippy I did.
Well, I had the misfortune of having my second COVID jab, which has meant that I just didn't
yes.
sleep, and then went to work today with a big old headache.
How was it?
Is
The
it-
jab and the
Ooh.
feeling. We can just chat. Doesn't have to be bits all the
true.
time. We don't have to try that out. We can just chat. How was the job? How was work?
Jab was great. Oh,
Yeah.
I got there. I got it at the Nightingale. I would highly recommend
Did-
it.
We talked about the Nightingale last time, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, it was just 28 days
It's
later.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so sweet. I've booked mine,
Yes.
especially at the Nightingale.
Yes.
And especially late.
At night.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want a big creepy. I'm just going to go by myself and just get freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Like, I expected more corridors, but at the same time, I liked being able to see into all of the places and how thin the walls are.
How are they just long corridors?
And when you look up, it's just loads of things hanging.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just prefab and
It's excellent. Yeah, I loved it. I'm not a massive fan of needles, but they were like...
they're alright. They're just.
I mean, I'm here to get one.
Yeah.
It's not like
yeah.
it's not like a tester.
It's the sole reason I'm here is to get stabbed.
Yeah.
And then leave.
Then 15 minutes later,
Yeah.
you get stabbed, see if you're okay, then leave.
Yeah. And then buy Microsoft stock.
I've bought so much Microsoft stock.
Have you? How
Yeah,
many
I've
services?
bought Word on every single thing that I own.
I've done much with it.
No, but I've bought it.
Did you send a message or receive a message on Excel
Oh, I have actually, yes. But it was...
from Nelly or Kelly?
What the fuck?
Hey, that music video.
What? Oh!
Yeah, where
Yes.
Kelly Rowland gets the text message from Nelly on Microsoft Excel on her phone.
It's like, why didn't you respond?
Just do it. Yeah. What? God,
What
you didn't think so?
what a dick, he didn't respond to my Excel message.
Yeah, but I'm glad you finally saw the Nightingale Centre.
It was great.
It's creepy as shit. And then you had the joys of work.
Yeah. Well, I got home and I was like definitely feeling groggy. So I was like, okay, I can't just lie down because that'll be me wasting an entire day and I hate that. So I was like, I'll go clean the car clean car, and then needed to like move several cars to get my car onto like the driveway so I could give it a good old hoover. And at that point, my mum was like, "You need to do all these jobs now that you've moved the van." I was like, "Sick. I feel great."
Top of the world's just got this. All these microchips.
This microchip hurts. But yeah, this morning woke up early for work. Needed to be in Armadillo Storage, Newcastle for like 8 in the morning. So start the day with a really fun drive through Newcastle. Mm-hmm. Love that.
A major city.
Where the entrance
on a Monday morning,
where the entrance to said major city has been revamped to be an absolute hellhole.
Mm-hmm. To make it better in the long run.
Yeah,
comrade.
Well,
for the greater good.
They've been like, well, we've got all this congestion in Askew Road going across the bridge. What if we just took it out of there, just put it in gated? Because no one cares about gated.
Because gated is in Newcastle.
Because no one cares. Would you rather have it Newcastle or in gated? Just leave it all in gated. So that's where it is.
Because gated can deal with it with all its one-way systems.
Yeah, of course.
Because why wouldn't it?
Why wouldn't it? One-way systems are built for congestion.
Are we bitching about traffic
on
on
a
podcast?
Yeah. There hasn't been... I don't think there's been more than one journey I've done in a week where I haven't flipped someone off.
I don't think I ever flip anybody.
I do it.
I shout.
So I shout, and I'll be like, "Oh, you can't see me shouting. You'll see this."
Oh no. I'm up for the visible, you will see me, like, mouth words at you. I've never went for the flip up. That is a statement, so you draw a sword.
If he comes for me, I'll beat him up, I don't care.
I surf, bro.
I use my board.
I fight the sea. You are nothing.
Yeah. Well, because like, where was it today? I on the way here. To get onto the A1.
Was that you?
Yeah. Screw you, man. On the way here, you've got to hit a roundabout. No, you. I indicated, get out of my wet now. To get on the A1, I've got to go round a roundabout, and like you have to be in a particular lane to get onto the A1. And the guy just pulled up next to us, and was obviously like, well, if I just go faster, I'll cut in front and miss all this traffic. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I know what you're doing, because you've stuck your indicator on, and we're at the front of the traffic. It's not going to happen. So we took off together, and he just moved left until I had to brake really heavily, and then was like, "Thanks." You know, the typical, I'll stick my hazards for you letting me in. And it's like, I didn't let you in, mate. No. What you've done there is piss off me and everyone behind me.
You've pushed in. I love it. I love seeing the. Oh well, it says use the 2 lanes. It says on the sign use the 2 lanes, and then you use the 2 lanes, and we all judge you because you haven't queued like you should have. You know that? If people who don't queue,
people who are like, I don't need to queue because I'll just push in.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, stop.
Yeah. I'm not giving away where I work, but it's like people who can't queue. It's a big thing. Mm-hmm. Also, people who do queue and then get to the thing, get to order, and don't know what they want. What are you doing here?
That is.
Get out.
I thought I'd just chop. I don't know. I didn't realise I was in a drive-through. What's going on?
Yeah, time to browse.
That is such a problem. Because, like, when you're in traffic leading up traffic lights, and you're like, just go. And there's, like, whenever someone who's not you is at the top of the traffic lights, as soon as it goes green, they just seem to be like, well, that's a funny colour of green.
Yeah.
I'll look at that a little bit longer. Oh, I need to go. And then they'll leave. And it's like, right, well, we got 2 cars through that.
David, if I could be so bold, I'd like to complain about my morning. So, going to work this morning. Started quite early. It's a 7 o'clock shift. So, I'm leaving the house at like 6:30. Yeah. I need to get fuel in the car. Stressful times.
Already a stressful start.
Time.
Doing something before getting somewhere.
Oh, early time.
What if there's a queue at the pump?
Wait for the story.
Good lord, was there a queue at the pump?
So
I can't wait.
I got along. Got a couple of miles left in the car. I'm not stressing too much. It is dire. It is like I'm not getting
2 miles.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
However, the petrol station not too far. Go down. Can't see any as I go in. However, it's like a horseshoe. It's one way.
Yes.
So I swing round. I see a car. A woman leaving the petrol station. Heading towards a car. Perfect. I'll wait behind. She is the slowest moving human being I have ever seen. You know, I don't want to body shame, but there's only one way to fully imagine this woman. I'm going to say...
Packing timber.
Early 60s.
Okay.
Reasonably short.
Fair enough.
Short, grey hair. And, you know, when all of a sudden, just like, it's like... a little chunky at the top.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then all of a sudden there's just like a 90-degree, just arse. Hips.
Yes.
Hips and arse.
I see.
Just all, that's where it goes.
It happens to the elderly.
Yes, that's where it goes.
Not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it goes on your legs and your arse, but all of a sudden it's like, that's where the pants lie.
Yes.
Yeah. She walks over very slowly, as you can imagine, opens the car door, gets in the car, turns it all on, and then decides, no, I need to readjust my seat. Gets out of the car.
Oh yeah.
She gets out of the car to readjust her chair. Now, I don't want to shame somebody, but
No, you can.
When I'm looking at the minutes tick by and I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you taking the actual piss out of me? I've got... Where are you going? You're not going to work. Let's be right, you're not going to work.
True.
Where are you going? Get back in the house, there's COVID.
I've gotten up at 7 a.m. to fill the car up and go home.
But yeah, because she's probably going to the caravan. Got to get up early so to be ready and get away. Good night, nice pitch site.
On a static caravan.
Going to Richmond today.
I've got a new book. Are you leaving the campsite? Oh no, I wouldn't be so stupid to do that. I've paid for this.
I've bought 2 disposable barbecues, some Richmond sausages,
To cook one sausage.
and I've got the new James Patterson. I've thoroughly enjoyed Boys Night.
That is exactly the sort of person who would get out of the car to change their seat.
Yes, yeah. Can you guess the car? Can you guess the car?
For that age range and to like get out the car as opposed to just fling it would be either a Honda Jazz.
Oh, you're not far off. Think a bit older and a bit smaller.
I was thinking like Honda Jazz, Renault Clio, old style, or something small. Peugeot 206.
Oh, it was a Citroen C1.
Basically the same car.
In washed out silver.
Oh, you love it. You love to see it.
Tasty, lovely car. It's like a cat on the road.
Oh,
See it.
so nimble.
Nimble and flexible as it glides around the corners.
Those 2 chevrons.
Their little frisbee-sized wheels. ripping around the corners.
Oh, yeah.
It is like sex on wheels. It is like a long cigarette in the night.
Yes. That bubble shape. Mwah, magnificent.
Do you remember the early 2000s? Do you remember how curvy everything was?
People were like, men like curves. What can we do to sell cars? Cars with curves. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All these classic.
The Peugeot really needed a horny bonk at that point.
Oh my god, the 302.
Good lord.
Or just like the Micro, when all of a sudden it was like everything's flat, everything's nice and panelled. It's basically a Japanese take on a Mini.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is, and then it just got round.
Yeah. We've heard rounds in. What can we do? Make it round.
Yeah. Well, it rolls down the road.
So anyway, your morning commute.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, if that woman, this is the strange thing, if that woman had been in the back of her mind being like, I'm going to really screw with this guy, I would be more okay with it.
Yeah.
If like some person in front of me was like really taking the piss with time, and it was like for their fun of the day they're going to really piss off a young man behind them and then tell everyone at coffee that they're really pissed off someone, I'd be more okay with it than someone being like, ooh, well the seat's not quite right. I know I drove here but something wasn't quite right. I know I'm the only person to ever drive this car.
Well, my husband used to drive it, but he can't do it because he's got the dodgy leg now.
Dodgy leg, yeah.
Do you want to hear the punchline of this story? I got out of the garage after fueling my car and paying for it, sat in my car, fiddled with the radio for a bit, and thought to myself, Oh God, I've just done the exact same thing. I shouted at the woman. Like, Joe, I said to that. Ha, fuck him.
I then got out of my car and adjusted my seat.
I adjusted each seat.
I checked the tyre pressure.
Oh, that headrest isn't right. Why isn't there an in-between click between these two? Oh, you just never get it right on the headrest. Oh God. We've done, I've thoroughly enjoyed Boys Night. It's been absolute chaos. We've recorded an hour and a half and we've literally discussed nothing. No. We haven't carried on any bits. We haven't done an event. We'll do an event a week. Nah.
We've done a semi-event about driving.
You know what? We chatted a lot. What was your take? Because I obviously talked about Heisenberg and the guy who barks at people.
As a villain.
Yeah. Because we can do that and then wrap up.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
We can wrap up on finishing a point.
Jesus.
And it only probably will take 2 hours. And I think that is...
And I think that's probably a good place to end. It's been a good night.
Yeah.
Good evening, boys.
Good evening. Wow, David, I never really did truly understand that Dory was the greatest of evils because Ellen wanted that movie all to herself.
Well, yeah, now you know, though.
Well, yeah, because, the second movie obviously was terrible, but you've brought up some major points.
Yeah. You never noticed the prison scene till now.
Very subtle.
Very, very subtle.
It's amazing that they thought of their own complete language.
Yeah.
In the background, just to send
all
that's
the
those
thing.
child predator lines.
That language was actually made in Ellen's TV show. That's what her underlings used to speak in behind the scenes. And they had to make it because obviously Ellen would eat them. So they came up with this... it's sort of like a clicking language, would you say?
Yeah, very throatal. Tribal. It was just almost an alert signal when she came in.
Yeah. That's all it was. Because they needed something. Because if they had said anything else, again, she would have eaten. So...
She unhinged her...
yeah, she's like a snake.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen the pictures.
That's why she looked so... That's why she was struggling at home so much.
That's
what
true.
I heard.
Because she had to gorge on only things that were around the house.
Yeah, like those children she adopted.
Yeah, but they're too small to really get the jaw unhinged.
It's crazy. It's another thing Hollywood hides. And
it is.
You just have to come to terms with that.
But all you've got to do is watch Finding Dory, and you'll understand that it's just a metaphor for the Ellen DeGeneres show.
This is going to the
This is in the Patreon.
Yeah. Fuck you, freebies. Subscribe to Patreon. Give us money.
What if Ellen joins our Patreon?
Give us more money.
She'll come for us with a snake jaw. You ever seen a snake eat an egg?
Give me a few £1,000 and I'm up for the hunt.
Is that all it takes?
Yeah, I
Have you seen Ellen Hunt? Have you seen her go? She can hit speeds of 60 miles an hour, Niall.
She strides. She whips through the wind.
Her elbows are backwards just so she can run faster. Do you understand? No.
Oh, she's got the predator.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's it.
She's got the predator stance. What the fuck is
it's
this?
It's a bit like, do you know, in Harry Potter 3, whichever one...
Oh, no, not the werewolf.
The big werewolf is.
Oh, not the werewolf.
Ellen looks at the sun and suddenly her jaw just elongates.
Wolf-like. Okay. Something you'd see a silhouette of in fear.
Yeah, that is Ellen.
Mythical, yet something you know. Calming, yet terrifying.
I hear she's got Cardi B on the next episode.
No. She's going to do a twerk off with Nicki Minaj and then talk about how her cousin's balls are getting swollen or something like that.
There's going to be a massive crowd cheer over the mention of testicles because it's funny.
Yeah. Right, we've done some topical news. I think we should say
Yeah.
good night. We've talked about some balls getting swollen, and I think that's a good sign off.
I think it's matched the tone.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
it suits boys' night.
Yeah.
Check your ball. Yeah.
Yeah.